Hi guys, Miss Hill here. We are going to be reading another story together. This one today, though, is a little different than the other stories we've read so far. So before this, we've read fiction books. So they're made-up stories, they didn't really happen. We can't actually see a turtle in Hector's shell walking on the beach and talking and losing his shell. Animals aren't lifeguards, so that's not a real story. We know that's fiction, that's made up. But today we are going to dive into some non-fiction. So that's a real story. It's something that's happened or it teaches you about something. It's informational, so we learn something from it. And this one is all about lions, which was my favorite animal growing up. So this is I Wish I Was a Lion. And this book will teach us everything we need to know about what would happen if we were a lion. So we can skim through this book and use different text features to help us know what we're going to be learning about. We can see the bold print headers up here. What would you eat? So we know on this page we're going to talk about what we would eat if we were a lion. Where would you sleep? So we know we're going to talk about where they sleep. And we even have these really cool features in the back. We have our Did You Know and our Fun Fact Zone. And it gives us a fun activity to do, and it even gives us some fun facts about lions that we didn't talk about in the story, but help support our knowledge and help us learn even more. And then we have this wild word zone, and this talks about all the important vocabulary that we learned in our story. So it helps really emphasize that new vocabulary. And this is our glossary. It's another text feature that is super, super helpful in nonfiction texts. So we're going to start our reading, and I want you to think about all the different text features you see, like bold print and headers, and how they really help us learn. So this is I Wish I Was a Lion. What if you wished you were a lion? Then you became a lion. Could you eat like a lion? Sleep like a lion? Live in a lion family? And would you even want to? Find out. Where would you live? Most lions live in Africa in a grassy area called a savanna. It's hot and dry here, except in the rainy season. Lions have a home range. That's a place where they can find food, water, and shade. We even have these little question bubbles at the bottom, which are a really nice feature to have. And it says, what would you like to do if you lived outdoors? Would you like to live outdoors? I'm not sure if I would like to live outdoors the whole time. Maybe a couple days, like a camping trip, but I don't think I could do it forever. So what would your family be like? Lions live in a group called a pride. There's at least one father lion. Males are the biggest lions. Only males have manes. They guard the pride's home range. There's also at least one mother lioness. Lionesses catch most of the food. A lioness usually has 3 or 4 babies called cubs. She hides them until they can walk. Then mother and cubs join the pride. When the lionesses go hunting, the cubs stay together. They also play together. What could be fun about being in a pride? Think about it. I think it would be nice to have a lot of siblings. How would you talk? Lions growl to say, "Leave me alone." They hum to say, "I'm happy." Only adults can roar to say, "Stay away from my home range." Lions talk with their bodies too. A head bump says hello. A nuzzle says, "Glad we're together." This says, what would you say in lion? I'm not sure. I might hum to say I'm happy. How would you learn to be a lion? Cubs learn by playing. They learn to hunt with a game of sneaking up close and pouncing. Cubs sometimes gang up to attack. As adults, they'll use teamwork to catch animals to eat. And this says, how could teamwork help you? Well, teamwork is super important. It really helps us build connections with other people. Cubs use their senses to learn. They can see well, both in sunlight and moonlight. Cubs can hear faraway sounds. They use their long whiskers to feel things that are close. It says, when could long whiskers help you? That might help me when I take my contacts out at night so I can see where I'm going, because without them I can't see very well. Cubs also learn by exploring. Everywhere they go, lions walk and run on their toes. Cubs learn that other animals, such as elephants, share their home. Could you run on your toes? I don't think I'd be able to do that one. What would you eat? Lions eat meat. Lionesses catch the food. Males guard the pride. When the pride is together, males always eat first. If you ate like a lion, what food would you miss? I would definitely miss pizza. I don't know about you, but I would miss pizza. How would you wash up? Lions lick their fur bodies clean. Their rough tongues are perfect for scraping off dirt and food. Lions also groom one another because a lion can't lick its own head. Where would you sleep? Lions sleep on the shady ground. They sleep in trees when they can. Being high makes sure elephants won't wake them. Lions sleep up to 20 hours a day. They usually travel and hunt at night when it's easier to sneak up on other animals. Would you like to sleep in a tree? Maybe a tree house. I don't know if I'd like to sleep in a tree like a lion does. How would growing up change you? At 5 months, a cub's spots fade. By 10 months, a cub is big enough to hunt small animals. A young male also grows his mane. At 2 years old, lions are adults. Then they can roar. Would you like to grow up as fast as a lion? So if we grew up as fast as lions, by 2 years old, we would be considered adults. That is crazy. You're not an adult until you are 18 as a human. So that would be really weird. Being a lion could be cool for a while, but do you want to sleep 20 hours a day? Lick yourself clean? Eat only meat? And live outdoors in a pride? Luckily, you don't have to. You're not a lion. You're you. Then we have our Did You Know facts. A lion's roar can be heard for 5 miles. That's pretty far. Adult lions can run as fast as 50 miles per hour, but only for short bursts. So they can run really fast, but they can't do it for very long. Scientists found that lionesses choose males with dark manes. Usually only old, healthy males have dark manes. Each lion's whiskers grow through a spot of dark fur. Like fingerprints, this spot pattern is different for each lion. That's a pretty cool fact. So, we then have our vocabulary that I want to go over. So it mentions cub, a young lion from birth to about 18 months old. That's about infant toddler age for us. Home range, the area within which an animal usually lives. Lion, a big cat that lives in prides. Lioness, a female lion. Pride, a group of lions that lives and hunts together. Roar, the loud noise made by adult lions. And Savannah, a grassy area of land with many trees. So that is I Wish I Was a Lion. So I hope you learned a lot from this book. I know I did. Before I read this, there were some things about lions I didn't even know. I had no idea that their whiskers had dark spots that were sort of like fingerprints. I thought that was pretty cool. So I want you to think about all the important text features that were in this book, and I also want you to think about what was the most fun thing to learn. There were so many amazing things that we learned about lions today. So what was your favorite? Okay, I had so much fun reading with you guys. I miss you a ton. Bye, babes.